Okay, we're in year 9 notes, we're in unit 5 and we're looking at multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. This is quite tough. Just a reminder about how we do multiply fractions. It's just top times top and bottom times bottom, unless anything cancels, but nothing on the top cancels with anything in the bottom here. So 3 times 6 gives 18, 5 times 7 gives 35. We want to try and remember that wee technique whenever we go on to solve these. We bit of a reminder then about dividing fractions. So how do we divide two fractions? We turn the second one upside down. 3 over 4 multiplied by 11 over 9. Now something cancels here. Divide by 3, I get 1. Divide by 3, I get 3. 1 times 11 is 11. 4 times 3 is 12. In terms of algebraic fractions, this is a good piece of information here, that a sixth of x is the same as a sixth x, which is the same as x divided by 6, which is the same as x over 6. These are all just the same thing. Okay, how do we simplify 14 times x over 7? A couple of different ways of doing it, but if we're looking at multiplying fractions, we would write that as 14 over 1 multiplied by x over 7. So what do we have then that cancels? So the 7 and the 14 both divide by 7, goes 1 time, goes 2 times. 2 times x is 2x, 1 times 1 is 1, and that would tidy up then just to give us a 2x. The other thing you can think of sometimes, if you want to make a fraction 14 times bigger, so 14 times this fraction, you would just multiply the top of the fraction, so that would be 14x over 7, which is 14x divided by 7, which would give 2x anyway. Next one then, a quarter of 8x, so same sort of thing, a quarter multiplied by 8x over 1. Both of these divide by 4, and it doesn't necessarily look like it. You would get 1 here, and we would get 2x here. Top times top is 2x. 1 times 1 is 1, and we end up then with 2x, like we had in question 1. Incidentally, common sense would hopefully tell you a quarter of 2x. So what's a quarter of 8x? It's going to be 2x. Alright? 3x over 4 divided by 6. That's the same as 3x over 4 divided by 6 over 1. That, of course, is the same as 3x over 4. We'll try and move this up a wee bit. Multiplied by 1 over 6. What do we have cancels? The 3x and the 6 are going to cancel. That goes to a 1. That goes to a 2. X times 1 is x. 4 times 2 then is 8. Similarly then for number 4. That gives us 4x over 5 divided by 8 over 1. That gives us 4x over 5 multiplied by 1 over 8. Similar cancelling. X times 1 gives me x. 5 times 2 gives me 10. So that's x over 10. Incidentally, if we look back up here, remember, this is the same as a tenth of x. It's the same as a tenth x. It's the same as x divided by 10. And it's the same as x over 10. Those are all equivalent.